I want to talk about today what's in the bag. I think it's really important. I have Brady Barnum here. Brady is from Columbus, Ohio. He is one of the top juniors in Ohio, and even nationally, he's one of the top juniors. I think the equipment is really important, what he's playing with, and I just want to kind of show and showcase what he's playing with today.
Milwaukee's own Skip Kendall.
Skip Kendall.
Skip Kendall is 5 under today.
At the 9th. Chips in for birdie. He's tied for 3rd, 2 shots off the lead.
He's playing with Ping equipment, pretty much all Ping. You have all Ping in your bag?
Every single club, yep.
Okay. Well, that pretty much cuts it. I think Ping is a great company.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your wedges. So
okay.
Your wedges first, you go 50. Well, first of all, you have a pitching wedge,
yeah,
but that's part of your part of your regular set. But your wedges, it starts at 50. You go to 56,
and then 60,
and then you have a 60-degree wedge. And these are the new wedges, correct?
S159s, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So these are the new wedges. So we work heavily on wedges.
Oh, yeah.
That's part of my deal.
Yeah.
When I coach, I want you to be one of the best wedge players. You're already distance-wise, you're up way above average.
Yeah.
So wedge game for you, especially in high school, especially the tournaments you play, AJGA tournaments.
Yeah.
And the tournaments that you play in Ohio, some of those Golf Week juniors. I think wedges. You know me. I mean, wedges are really important. So. Listen, why don't you just hit a couple of wedges right now? You have your 60-degree right now.
Yeah, I do.
And we'll just talk about it a little bit. So.
Do you like with a certain distance? Or?
Yeah, let's go. Let's say you wanted to hit a 50-yard shot.
Okay.
So.
Talk through it?
Yeah, what would you do to hit a 50-yard shot?
So, 30 through 70 yards, it's the same swing. It's just where I grip the club, it's different. So, if I were hitting a 30-yard shot, I'd be gripping all the way down at the bottom of the club. Every 10 yards for me is 1 inch. So, for 50 yards, I'd be moving 2 inches up the grip. Right there, and just taking it to 9 o'clock and dropping the club on the ball. So, it's pretty
Brady,
simple.
I got to tell you, that's music to my ears, man.
Yeah.
That's music to my ears. I love that. I love it. And you're going to bring your lead arm to where?
9 o'clock, so it's going to feel like it's kind of just straight out.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. It looks pretty good to me. I think, the main thing for me is controlling trajectory too. That's a big deal that I do. The flighted wedge to me is just the best shot because number one, you control distance better.
Yeah.
And number two, you control spin better.
Right.
And I think that's really important and not taking a huge divot, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we try to actually almost try to, in a way, shallow the club so we almost pick it a little bit.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of that one hop and stop shot that we're looking for. Let's see another one. Ooh, that was good. Good contact, nice shot.
That was a good one.
All right, let's talk about your set. All right, so Brady went, come on over here, let's show the set here. You went with the new blueprints.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, but you have a combo set here.
I do. I have the blueprint S's and the T's.
So starting with the 4, you have the S's.
No. That's actually an I-240.
Okay, there's an I-240.
So I actually have 3 different irons in my bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, explain why you did that. I think
Okay.
that's really important for the people to know.
So wedge through 7 iron, I have the S's in because
you have the T's, right?
Sorry, I meant the T's. So here's my 9 iron, and I got the T's in the low irons because in the low irons I'm looking more for consistency and just controllability instead of more distance and like power, like what my 5 and 6 iron. So I hit them both really similarly, but I get more of a benefit out of these because I can control it more. It's more consistent than the S's would be in a low iron for me. I guess everyone's different, but so that's why I chose to get the T's in the low irons.
Okay, so that's a 9 iron, right?
Yeah.
Let's just see a swing of the 9 iron, and you're not doing anything different.
No.
I mean, this you went with the basically the blades.
Yeah.
7 through wedge.
Yeah.
To control distance a little bit better, and you felt like you were when you went and you got fitted.
Yeah.
And this is a combo set, so I love that. I mean, I think that's a great thing to do.
Yeah.
For anybody listening right now, I think wedge through 7 iron in that kind of setup is really good. I mean, that's just a beautiful shot there, beautiful flight. Ball's coming down nice and soft.
Yeah.
That was really nice. Okay, let's go up now. So let's go up into your S's.
Okay.
Which that's 5 and 6 iron.
Just 5 and 6
5
iron.
and 6 iron. So 5 iron now you have the S blueprint, which kind of show the people it has a little bit of a cavity.
Looking. Yeah.
Yeah, so that has a little bit of a cavity. I think,
Yeah.
you know, again, beautiful looking club. It's not like it's a lot bigger or anything, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the benefit out of these and the long iron is I get a little bit more height to hold the greens. So like long par threes and shorter par fives, these will come more in handy when I need something to stay on the green. I'm going for it. So.
And you know, that's interesting you say that because, you know, like with wedges and shorter irons, maybe we're trying to keep the ball down a little bit and flight it, right, for distance control. And you go to like 4, 5, and 6 iron for you.
Yeah.
And now we're trying to get the ball up as high as we can to stop it because obviously the carry is a lot further.
Right.
And we're just trying to stop the ball on the green faster.
Yeah.
All right, so 5 iron here. Let's see if we can get it up in the air. Man, that is just money right there. It's a beautiful shot, beautiful swing. I love it. Okay, so all the way to your 4 iron, which is even, that's even, yeah, so this is a little bit bigger.
It's more,
right?
yeah. So I originally had an S in the 4 iron, but I actually needed to go even further. I still wanted it to go higher, and tried this out, liked it even more, and well, I hit this a lot on par 5, so I need that height.
So this club goes about what for you? Carries about what?
215, 220.
Okay,
Yeah.
So for your 16-year-olds out there, that's about what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so here we go, 4 iron. This is about a 215, 220 carry, but ball gets up way high in the air,
Right.
so. Yeah. I mean, that's just pretty, man. That's gonna stop anywhere. I don't care how firm the green is, that's just gonna stop. So you're gonna have no problem doing that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the woods.
Sweet.
3 woods.
I go, yeah, 7 wood, 3 wood, and then to the driver.
So let me ask you a question. What made you, and I know we talked a lot about this,
Yeah.
but what made you choose the 7 wood versus like a 5 wood or maybe even going into a hybrid? What, I mean.
Well, for me, I've never really liked the hybrid too much.
Okay.
I'm kind of different. I think a lot of people like hybrids, not really.
What did you do with a hybrid that maybe you didn't like?
I just think a 7 wood's a little easier to hit for me.
Okay.
And it gets up into the air really effortlessly, and that's something I really need. 5 wood, I needed a 7 wood because the 3 and 5 wood gap wasn't big enough. So now it's a bigger gap that I can work with.
Okay.
I think my 5 wood, my 3 wood went too close. They were too close in yardage. So
okay, so your 4 iron 40 is going 215, 220.
yeah, carry.
Okay.
Yeah.
7 wood is what then?
Carried like about 235, 240.
Okay, but now if you needed to hit a 225,
easy. I can
easy.
Choke down.
And now with 7 wood too, this ball's going up in the air.
It is. Yeah.
I mean, there's no problem. I know how you can hit this one. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's see it. Let's see the 7 wood. I mean, that's just money, man. That's just beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, again, that ball is so high, it's just coming down with like a butterfly with sore feet. You know, it's not going anywhere once it hits the ground. I don't care how firm that green is.
Right.
That is stopping anywhere. All right, so then you actually go to 3 wood.
Then I go to 3 wood.
Okay, so 3 wood goes how far?
Carry about 260.
So you have a little bit of a gap
Little
there.
gap, yeah.
So if, let's say you needed to hit a shot 250 in the air, so not a full 3 wood, what would you do?
I would choke up inch and a half.
Okay.
And not really change my swing too much. Or I could, hit a little cut.
Right.
A little fade in there.
Okay, and you feel like you can pretty much do that with it. So in your irons, I know we didn't talk about it, you have all X1s, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Dynamic gold X1s.
Yes.
Your wedges though, are they the same or do you have S400s?
So I actually have, so I have the S400s in the wedges.
Okay, so we needed to talk about that.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I just wanted to make sure. The 7 wood you just hit, what shaft is in there?
That's a Diamana.
It's an 83 TX.
Yeah.
So, okay, so just so we know. 3 wood, same thing?
73.
So they're all the same. I love that they're max, but this is a 73 instead of an 83. So
73.
you go down 10 grams, just a little lighter in the 3 wood. All right, driver.
9.
You have the G440 Max.
Yes.
Okay, and then this is the 63X.
Correct.
Not the TX, the X.
The X.
Okay, so you hit that a little bit better than the
Yeah.
TX, which you tried.
Yeah.
Now the 440, what made you choose the Max over, I know they make an LST.
Right. I needed the height. I tend to hit down on the ball a little bit. I hit both the drivers. Both of them were pretty good, but this one was a little bit more consistent, had a little bit more height, which I needed. So that's why I went with this one.
So let's talk about this. If you did need to get it up in the air a little bit, higher and you wanted to fly it a little bit longer,
Yeah.
what are the things that you would change, you know, in your swing to be able to do?
Well, I'd first teed up a little higher.
Yep,
And then
got it.
I would obviously move the ball a little bit more forward up in my stance.
Uh-huh.
I would widen my stand. I would also feel like I'm hitting a little bit of a draw.
Okay.
To get it more up in the air, feel like I'm hitting up on it, and then just
Yeah.
from there, it's the same swing.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it. I like it. Yeah, everything's great. Whoops. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, still really good though.
They may look, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
That was the shot, I just pulled it.
Yeah, but that's good though. I mean, it did everything we were talking about. Let's not hit another one.
Okay. People
So-
are in danger over there.
Yeah, but no, it was good. That was a good shot. So, you know, everybody, that's what's in the bag. Brady Barnum, an elite player, junior player, almost 17. Going to be probably recruited by a lot of colleges here.
Thank you.
Well, you are. So just wanted to go through his bag, tell you what he's playing with, and you know, I think it's important, you know, that people know that and people want to know that. So there it is. Talk to you later.